We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Romeo Doubs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin with a run by Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
16 yards. And a first down on the Chiefs.
Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Reyes. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. 3rd down and 10.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
Mahomes now to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Reyes. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A first down carry for Smith. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Kill, 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 kill!
Nick's going to tap this forward. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Broncos have 5 and 6 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Here we go, we go!
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now, these 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. To throw is Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
At the Chiefs' 8-yard line.
to throw. Here's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 8 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. His throw incomplete. We can look at this Bronco defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Kansas City.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play fake. Mahomes. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing now is Mahomes. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Smith up the middle. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his target. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A run here with Harvey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
R.J. Harvey with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
His kick
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 17-14.
Broncos 14. Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Denver.
Here's Nix. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Broncos 14.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second and 10. Running left, it's Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Pass complete to Royals. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
26, Broncos 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
Nix from the shotgun. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 48 yards. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Up the middle they go. McClendon. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
Looking to put a drive together. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
At the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Nix to the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now it's Nix. Left side, he finds Pierce. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
16 yards.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Achane gets it from the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devon Achane from 19 yards away. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead.
The Broncos will line up for the...
They'll try to run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. 26. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Joshua Hines-Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll try the left side. McClendon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Mahomes now to throw. Rolling to his right. Got a man, that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, rip it. Eye on these two. Side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Bombers.
Throwing Nix. A quick throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw is Nix. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Denver.
To throw, here's Nix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The contact.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Mahomes. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10.
27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him out to the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
19 yards. That's good for Broncos. First down.
And looked like some movement there.
First and 10.
Let's get the call.
46-yard line.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Penalties not what they needed here. First and 15. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got Pierce. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shifts by him, and he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll come up first and 10 here. Mahomes. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes will throw. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. All right,
Mahomes.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is 1st and 10.
Captain.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play.